is probably crazy.
Hello. I know you know what's going on and why you were here. Okay? I know you were talking on the phone with your husband right now. We're investigating a murder. Okay?
This is Ermelinda Palomo, a 50-year-old woman. She's about to realize that in less than 24 hours, her fiancé has become involved in a brutal and complex murder case. On September 17th, the Romeoville police in Illinois received two separate calls. The first was from Rihanna, who reported that she had been trying to contact her sister, Zoraida Bartolome, but hadn't heard back from her or her husband, Alberto Roland. A short while later, Zoraida's mother called the police with a similar concern.
I'm calling for my daughter, Zoraida Bartolome. She lives on Concord Avenue, Romeoville, Illinois, and we haven't heard from her or her husband or her children during the whole day. No answering the phone. If somebody can go by the house and check them, because the husband, they called from his work that he didn't show up to work. And he never, he's always at work.
A short while later, the police arrived at the couple's home on the 500 block of Concord Avenue to conduct a welfare check.
How are we feeling about that talk? That talk. How are we feeling about that talk? The talk didn't really sound well. We're going to replay it because it didn't sound friendly.
Zoraida's mother called the police with a similar concern.
Yes, I did.
I'm calling for my daughter, Zoraida Bartolome. She lives on Concord Avenue, Romeoville, Illinois.
Okay, maybe we're just not giving her a chance. I'm gonna skip
Arrived at the couple's home on the 500 block of Concord Avenue to conduct a welfare check.
That shit doesn't sound right. Maybe the videos just said it very well.
No one answered the door, and there were no signs of movement inside the house.
Hey, I got a TV knocked over and a coffee table knocked over.
Nothing in this room.
I'm saying the lights are on. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
And no, there's lights on the back room. You can see it through that.
Let's go in the backyard.
When the officers entered the backyard and decided to go in through the porch, they found something they weren't prepared for.
Yeah. This one's open. Oh God.
I need more units here. Here. Hold this.
Yep.
You with me. You guys hold the front, okay? For position of cover, please. I don't know if anybody's in there or not.
You got another door right here.
Corey, come up here, cover this door. This window.
Got it.
Fuck, this lights is dead. God damn it.
Why is he locked? Guys.
Romeo, please, anybody here? Romeo, please, anybody here?
Body.
Ah, damn.
Inside, police discovered a horrifying scene: the bodies of an entire family. Alberto Roland, 38, Zoraida Bartolome, 32, and their two young sons, 9-year-old Adriel and 7-year-old Diego, had all been shot to death with a 9mm gun.
Damn.
Even the family dogs had been killed.
Damn.
Couple. They kept to themselves. They maintained their yard. I never saw their kids out front. I only heard them in the back.
The police investigation began immediately. This couple had no criminal history, no financial or work-related issues,
1, 2, 3,
and they just bought this home
4,
in April
5,
of the same year
like 5,
to start a
that's
new
like
life.
5 things, man.
Zoraida worked for an engineering company in
that's
Glendale
fucked up. I didn't mean to
Heights,
say it
while
like
her
that.
husband was employed at a local liquor distribution company.
Investigation that was 5 people got
This happened
fucked.
between 9 p.m. on Saturday
R.I.P.
and 5 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Investigators found shell casings from a 9mm pistol,
R.I.P. guys.
overturned furniture, and abandoned spray-painted profanity, an attempt to stage the crime as random. Alberto, awake during the attack, was shot in the hallway while trying to reach his family. The intruder gunned him down before killing Zoraida and their sons as they slept. With no murder weapon in the house, it was clear this was a targeted attack, not a murder-suicide.
And Romeoville police still very tight-lipped about a possible motive for the violence.
Detectives questioned Zoraida's co-workers and uncovered a crucial lead. She had been receiving threatening messages for weeks, warning that her life and her family were in danger. They also learned that Zoraida had been secretly involved with a co-worker, Nathaniel Huey Jr., 32, for nearly 4 months. Her husband, Alberto, was aware, but had agreed to stay for the sake of their children. The threat started shortly after Zoraida began seeing Nathaniel, escalating over time as she ignored them. The messages warned that she, her children, and Nathaniel were in serious danger. A week before the murders, Alberto also started receiving similar threats.
So, what can you tell us?
With mounting evidence, Nathaniel Huey Jr. became the prime suspect. Alberto also started receiving similar threats.
So, what
I
can
don't
you
know if
tell
y'all saw
us?
that, but
With mounting evidence, Nathaniel Huey Jr. became the prime suspect, the man behind the threats and the brutal murders. Detectives quickly tracked him down at his workplace and brought him in for questioning.
Are you married?
Well, yeah, but not yes. But we're not didn't go to court though.
Okay.
So church married, but not paper married? I gotta ask. Oh, did you have anything to do with this? Okay. I have to ask, and you know that your number's gonna be in her phone, and we're gonna find your text messages, and we're gonna find that stuff, and I want to get a surprise later on that you guys are fighting, or that there was something going on between you two, or just three of you that I don't know about, Nothing like that.
Nobody was threatening anybody. We weren't fighting.
Bro, come on, man. He sounds cool. Don't let it be him, man.
I don't know. Did she ever tell you I'm worried, I'm scared of my husband, or I'm worried, I'm scared of a neighbor?
He didn't seem threatened. The reason we were really taking everything really slow because he just seemed like he was a pretty nice, easygoing guy. But it's kind of one of those things of she's not bad.
When you say you guys were gonna move forward, so were you guys actively looking to try to get a place together or something?
Yeah, it was slow. It was kind of it's only a couple of months kind of thing. So
yeah.
Nathaniel and Zoraida's relationship had grown intense. According to witnesses, they saw each other as soulmates. Investigators also found love notes written by Zoraida in Nathaniel's workspace, further confirming their deep connection.
Like I said, nothing against my wife, man. Just different connection with someone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt really strong.
Detectives knew there was more to Nathaniel's story, and they were certain.
What did you do, bro? What the fuck did you do, bro? What the fuck did this guy just do, bro?
He knew something crucial. The day before the incident, Nathaniel left work earlier than usual and didn't return after the incident. Nathaniel's stepdaughter described him as paranoid, saying this behavior had only intensified in the weeks leading up to the murders. He often claimed that specific people or organizations were following him and even went as far as protecting his digital devices from being monitored. Another suspicious detail was Nathaniel's business, and he owned a registered security services company that gave him access to various security equipment. Later that afternoon, on September 18th, after speaking with Nathaniel, the police headed to the Opon house. They planned to speak separately with his fiancée to see if they could find any more leads.
I know you know what's going on.
Bro. Oh my god. No. Bro, I thought it was gonna be some weird ass person who fucking off these family, bro. Damn, bro, you had to be a genuine dude and you gotta be such a piece of shit, bro. Fuck you, bro. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, bro.
And while you were here, I know you were talking on the phone with your husband right now.
Oh my god.
We're investigating a murder. We have in our possession some phones.
Oh man, I get it, man. I get why he did it,
And
bro.
in those phones,
I don't
we're
get why
doing
he did
what
it. I
it's
really
called
don't.
phone
Honestly,
dump.
I don't. But
We can retrieve those messages.
I'm so mad.
We have retrieved those messages.
I'm disappointed.
All right, we've read them. We're pretty
I'm so
clear that
disappointed.
somebody's pretty upset at the victim. Okay, is there any way that these text messages are going to come back to you, or your name, or your phone, or anything associated with that? Okay. Why are you scared of him?
Oh, I'm not scared. Why?
Okay. Why are you scared right now?
Because when I called him, because I was scared, I didn't know where he was. He said, someone's following me.
Okay.
So I called. And then I heard him say, why are you following me? Do you want to search the car? And then someone said to him, there are messages from you, and it's because her husband found out you were having an affair.
Wait,
And I didn't know. And then someone said to him, there are messages from you, and it's because her husband found out you were having an affair.
Okay, I kind of lost.
And I didn't know that.
You didn't know why?
Then he was an affair.
Okay. When did you find that out? Right now?
Just right now.
Okay. When's the last time that he had an affair? Because I know this is not the first time.
No, it's not.
Okay. When's the last time you knew he had an affair?
When we first started dating.
2015?
From 15 to maybe 17.
What about a man by the name of Alberto Rolón?
Have I ever heard of a man?
Damn, bro, I feel bad for her, bro. I feel so bad for her now. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
So when we asked your husband if he knew this person, Zoraida, he said, I've never heard that name. Why would he be lying to us?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Should I believe him?
I don't know.
What I would like to ask you is, either Friday or Saturday night, did he go out with his friends?
No.
Did he work?
Friday night, no. He was with me.
Saturday night.
No.
Ermelinda claims that Nathaniel was at home on Friday and Saturday night and couldn't have left the house. She says her daughters are witnesses to this and can confirm it.
What we're asking for is
She better
consent
not
to
fucking. She better not be covering for
get the
this guy,
text
bro.
messages off your phone
What did
between
you
you
do,
and
bro?
her, Snapchat, whatever it is between you, so we have both sides of it. Trying to eliminate you as a suspect, but
It's on the computer, or
Hmm?
you can get it on the computer.
no, we have to take the phone, we plug it in, we take it out, and we give your phone back.
Oh man, I haven't been that.
The most important evidence the police currently have are the text messages. These could provide crucial information once the sender and the full story are revealed. The police asked Nathaniel for permission to search his phone and to collect a DNA sample.
How about this? How about I come see you guys later today after work or something like that? Because I got fucking other shit in there that I don't necessarily want you to be like looking at. You know what I'm saying?
I understand this, but again,
And I promise you, I don't care what you look at.
No, it's not like fucking like freak shit.
When questioned by police about the threatening messages to Zoraida and Alberto, Nathaniel claimed he had no knowledge of them and there was no evidence linking him to the messages.
Bro, I don't know.
I don't mean any disrespect. I promise you that. I'm just saying, like, I think it's just better if, at this point, not speak to him. Like, this is insane.
it's crazy. Yeah, I get you.
However, he had another story to tell. He explained that he too had been receiving similar threatening messages for a long time from unknown individuals who were constantly following and threatening him. Nathaniel claimed the messages were from a Bulgarian mafia group who allegedly monitored his every move, even his phone, and knew every detail of his life. As the investigation continued and messages on his phone were examined, to the surprise of the detectives, everything Nathaniel said seemed to be true. This became the most puzzling moment of the case for the detectives. Was there truly a dangerous gang behind all of this? Or had Nathaniel cleverly fabricated the evidence to cover his tracks and avoid getting caught?
Identifying her as 50-year-old Ermelinda Palomo. Palomo was named as a person of interest, together with her fiancé, the suspect, traveling down to Oklahoma just days before 4 bodies were found in the Romeoville home.
Security footage revealed a shocking detail. Both Nathaniel and Ermelinda had stopped outside the victim's home. Nathaniel exited the car briefly before getting back in, this time in the passenger seat. Ermelinda had been driving the entire time. The next day, Nathaniel and Ermelinda fled the city without notifying the police. Before leaving, Ermelinda sent a message to her family confessing that she was terrified of Nathaniel but felt she had no choice but to go with him. She pleaded with them to take care of her children. Alarmed by her message, her family quickly reported her as a missing and endangered person. Soon, their photos and the news of their disappearance spread across the media. On September 20th, nearly 600 miles from home, police tracked Nathaniel's SUV using his phone and a license plate reader. They were spotted at a Walmart in Catoosa, Oklahoma, casually shopping for toiletries and leaving the store with smiles. Local authorities were alerted immediately and rushed to the scene. When officers attempted to stop Nathaniel's SUV, he and Ermelinda quickly got in and fled. A high-speed chase ensued, ending when their vehicle crashed into another car and then a concrete median.
Damn.
The SUV caught fire, and gunshots rang out. Ermelinda, wounded, managed to crawl out of the passenger seat and was rushed to the hospital. Inside the car, police found Nathaniel dead. He had shot himself. Despite being taken to the hospital alive, Ermelinda didn't survive. A year after the incident, police continued their investigation, determined to uncover the truth behind the threatening messages and the supposed gang controlling Nathaniel. In 2024, they finally found their answer. The mastermind behind it all, the messages, the fake personas, the paranoia, was none other than Ermelinda.
Oh wow, really?
Since 2021, she had been creating fake online accounts, posing as hackers, hitmen, and gang members, all feeding Nathaniel a carefully crafted illusion. She manipulated him into believing he was under constant surveillance and had no choice but to obey. She even installed tracking apps on his phone to reinforce the lie, occasionally using Bulgarian words and dark web references to make it seem real. In the week leading up to the murder, she sent multiple threats to Zoraida and Alberto, hoping to scare them away. But when that failed, she convinced Nathaniel that Zoraida was a mole and would kill him first if he didn't act. Through one of her fake accounts, she helped Nathaniel plan the murder, guiding him on avoiding cameras and staging the crime as a robbery. Nathaniel thought he was taking orders from a dangerous cartel. He never realized that the entire time he was only talking to Ermelinda. And in the end, police believe he died never knowing the truth.
There are messages from you, and it's because her husband found out you were having an affair.
What the fuck? Bro, go, guys and gals, what the fuck? I mean, that's fucking crazy. How does one mastermind that shit? That's too much, man. I don't know, my mind's kind of messed up in the brain. Holy crud, I'm gonna have to end the video right here, boys, but it was a good one. I might be live later on, I don't know yet, but if I'm not, hope you have a good day. I love y'all, man. Peace out.